Hi guys, this is Navdeep from Delhi Immigration Services. Today we have Miss Annie with us who got the Canada study visa after 6 refusals. And we're going to talk to her and see how her overall profile is and how she has become a successful candidate. Miss Annie, first of all, many congratulations to you, ma'am, for the success, great success.
Thank you, sir. I think it's all because of you that I got it finally this time.
It was in a destiny, so eventually happened. So, can you take us through your academic background, your work experience, and also the number of refusals? You had five, six in total. So, for which programs you applied initially, and then how step by step it progressed eventually on.
Sure. So I completed my engineering in the year of 2014. So it had been electronics and communication engineering, and my overall pass percentage was 70%. Then I went on to join Amazon, and I kind of worked with Amazon as a non-technical engineer. And then this had been going on for some time, and I actually wanted to pursue my studies, like my master's in Canada. So I thought I'll just get a few experience in work and then go on to join the course. So my first initial attempt was I applied by myself to Royal Roads University because my dad's friend was in Canada and British Columbia, and he suggested that Royal Roads is very nearby and somewhere, and my parents were very reluctant to actually send me out. So I applied there, and I also applied to University of Canada West by myself. I did not approach any agencies, and I had it done. And then I got the offer from University of Canada West first. So then, as immediately after I got the offer, I went on to, I wanted to apply to the visa. So that time I did not have any prior experience, or I did not know how the visa process actually works in Canada, because I hold a US visitor B1, B2 visa, and it was very simple. We just selected a slot, we went for the interview, and it was done, right? I didn't know that the SOP held so much weight and all that. So I kind of approached a consultancy where they actually process student visas and all that, and they were very reluctant to proceed, but they still said they will do it because my father had some kind of contact with the head there, and so we just proceeded with it. And in one day, they did not ask me for anything, and they just asked me for whatever documents I had, and within 4 hours, they kind of launched the visa application, and gave me a request for medicals and biometrics the very next day. So it was very quick, and we didn't know what to do. We thought they were doing the right thing, so we went ahead, did the biometrics and the medicals the very next day, and we submitted everything. And immediately within first 5 days, I got the refusal letter stating the finance is very low for you to proceed this course, and that I do not believe that you will come back to India, and those two rejection types. So I was very confused because I know that my profile was strong, my IELTS scores were good because I took it all by myself, and I didn't know why I was rejected in the first place. I was very demotivated, but I was very sure that I'll get it again. So then again, I went back to them, asked, and they said, let's reapply and all the time. This was in the year 2019. So that's when the COVID thing started, around September, October time. September, I got my first refusal and all that. Then again for the same course, the first course was University of Canada West, Masters or Master MBA course. Yeah. So then we reapplied, and it took like 3 months for me to get a refusal again. The next day,
around that time,
correct. So what happened? We immediately paid the thing, and they did not tell me anything about the SOP again. They just said the funds are not enough. We didn't know we had to upfront pay the fees, 1 year fees, and all that.
Does it mean you didn't pay any tuition fee upfront the first application?
No, we just showed them that we had funds. We still did not go ahead and pay, and it all happened again very fast. We did not take time. We didn't know that we can take time to go through. Before I could research, parents were in a haste, and I kind of dropped my papers by then for the work. Then I wanted to get it all done in 1 month. So again, I went and paid, and all those things happened. And again, I got a refusal in November. I kind of revoked my papers because I did not get a response from the visa consultancy.
Yeah.
So again, this went on for a while, and during that 3 months is when I did some research saying, okay, this is what, and all that. And in the 3 months' time, I got the acceptance letter from Royal Roads University. That is when I learned that's a private institution. This is a public sector and all this. So then again, I kind of got the refund of like, the $5,000 that I paid from University of Canada West. I kind of messed up there is what I would say.
Yeah.
And after that, I didn't know that I'm still going to face so many things. The first two things were the first. Then again, I went on to another consultancy, the immigration consultancy, and they were very reluctant to take up my profile because I already had 2 refusals.
Yeah.
And I said, no, you somehow have to help me,
Yeah.
and we have to go ahead with this. Then again, they took up my profile. They said rewrite the SOP and all those things. And again, we paid the upfront 1 year fees, and everything went as per the thing. But still, I did not get through. They said, I went for Masters of Business Administration or something, MGM
Global
program
management,
in
Master of
Global Management. Yeah, Masters of Global Management in Royal Roads University. Then again, they said, no, you will not come back to India. That was this. And your progress is not in light of your future endeavors or something like that was a refusal. Then they said, this is a generic refusal reason. You couldn't reapply again for the same course and same thing. Then I said, okay, I paid it again. And then again, I reapplied to the same consultancy and I got the refusal again. Then I said, okay, let's not try only because it's been 4 times. I just dropped out. I got all my refunds and everything was done. Then again, what happened was my brother was applying. It's a cousin of mine. So he applied to the Sarnia College in Ontario or something. He got it, and yeah, in a
I think you applied to St. Clair as well, isn't it?
No, that was after this. So my cousin applied to something and he got the approval in 1 week. And his IELTS scores were not as good as mine. His academics were not good as mine, but still he got it. So we were like very shocked. So we thought this consultancy would do better, and we approached them and they said, see, there's a difference between university and the college and all those things. And so you have to apply again to a different course. Then and the courses that you applied previously were not syncing with your thing or something.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So as per them, they asked me to apply to data analytics program in St. Clair College. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and try that. So let's at least go inside and then see what we can do. And that was the thing. So again,
I'm sorry, because you were always confident that you deserve the visa. That's why you.
Correct. Yeah, so and data analytics made much more sense to me, like because it was like what I work, right? So it was my path of thing. So I was like, okay, I was very confident. Actually, I was confident all the times, but it did not happen. So yeah, St. Clair College again, I had applied, and they refused me, stating that you will not come back to Canada and all that. I mean, come back to India and all that. So I kind of applied for the GCMS notes to understand what it was. I did not know about the GCMS, so I kind of applied it, and they said you're overqualified for this particular program because it's a PG diploma program, giving you years of experience and all that. I was really confused. So first they said I was like kind of overqualified for this. Now they say I'm underqualified for this program, and then for the PG program I was overqualified. Yeah. Then again the same thing happened. It's a generic reason, we have to reapply, and again, okay, go ahead, reapply and all those things. Then again the 7th time, I think, okay, so each program it was like twice, and again the 7th time is when I approached you after seeing your YouTube successful stories and all that. So I kind of called you up. You said, see, the first program that you chose was the best program. You just had to justify in the right sense and you had to pay your fees. So then I said, oh my God, okay, my intuition was not wrong and all those things. Then again, I said I wanted some place to say, and you chose me. You said the entrepreneurship program would help you, and that there's only few courses because you've spoke like that, and we'll take your profile. And that time, okay, this time I did not think anything, I did not expect anything. I just gave it all to you because, okay, this was just a last time, and this particular thing my parents didn't know. I don't think I told you also, my parents never knew that I was going to try. So I paid it out of my pocket, I paid the thing and everything, and it all went ahead. And that is one, I think we also faced one more refusal,
Yeah,
right?
the
Because
sixth one.
in the
Yeah,
initial
yeah,
stages,
the sixth
I
one.
don't know why.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know why that happened. I lost faith completely. I said, okay, maybe I was not meant to go and all that. And actually, the thing, when I got the approval, I was actually working and I got a notification that, my medical, some kind of a document had been updated in the profile.
yeah,
And I was like, so when I opened and checked, it was just a medical document and some biometrics paper that was updated. So I was like, okay, they are looking at my profile right now. And I was like literally praying that it should go through. And as soon as, in like 3 minutes, I think they already uploaded the approval document. It
yeah,
was so, I was very overwhelmed because it was a long fight to actually go there.
yeah,
So yes,
yeah.
that is what it
Like,
was made possible only through you because of the SOP and all those things. And previously the SOP, everything, I did it on my own, and I don't think the other immigration consultants actually kind of edited it or gave their inputs to anything. So I think that played a major role in this as well.
yeah. So now, because you've seen all the applications, you may have seen the different. Obviously, you mentioned SOP was one that was probably different. Do you think there were other factors also, which, let's say, the program change was another factor because you
Mm,
changed sort of
yes.
programs? That was also
Mhm.
one, factor. And were there any other documents that you missed initially and then that we used? So, what was different? Do you think we have done than the other application that finally, eventually, it happened, according to you?
So the first thing is, I think that is where I messed up because uh, a- agency that had filed my application actually gave my college SOP as my visa SOP. So those things are very different from each other, right? So that is, I didn't know that, and I think it's kind of part of my fault for not doing initial overall research
Yeah,
before I applied.
yeah,
So then, as we went on, we kind of got all every application of mine had an extra document attached to it. I kind of retook my IELTS. It was already a 7.5. I kind of retook my IELTS like twice because it was only valid for 2 years and all that. And everything, even the medicals, everything, I kind of took it for 4 years. So I don't think, but I think the SOP was the one major factor. And one more thing that happened was, in all my prior applications, I had told that I'll be taking over my dad's business. So
mm,
I think that that is something that I should not have stated, because uh, if I was taking over my dad's business, then doing an MBA or a data analytics course, it was in no way talking back to what I stated there in my SOP. I think even there, when you kind of told me that I have to remove that, I was kind of skeptical, because in my previous applications, I had actually told that I was going to take over,
right.
and now I was talking about something else for me.
Yeah,
So I was reluctant to see. They would have thought, this person
yeah,
has told that he was going to do it,
yeah,
and now
yeah,
they are giving a different reason and all that. But
right.
still, okay, I'm glad it actually went through. Yes, that was, I think, that is something that we have to talk.
Yeah,
The course that you take should actually talk back to what you're actually writing in your SOP. So that
yeah,
is something. Everything was correctly aligned this time. But I had this doubt in my back of my mind
yeah.
in all of my applications.
Yeah, it's a valid doubt. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's how it is, but it's a valid doubt. So when the sixth refusal happened, when we applied and it got refused, what were you thinking afterwards? You mentioned it was your last hope when we applied, and then unfortunately it happened again. What were you
Mhm.
thinking? And what were, I think we had a conversation probably that we would reapply anyway. We would like to challenge the decision of the officer, if I'm not wrong. Uh,
I didn't want to challenge the decision of the officer because, as part of what I've read, it's actually favorable to them only most of the times. And it's going to be a long journey also if we are going to, challenge the decision and all that. So I just thought we'll go ahead this time. And if it doesn't happen, I'll just get the reinvestment and I'll stay still. Because I think the first few years, the first three of my applications that I did, I was overconfident that I would get it, irrespective of what my academics were. Like I was like, okay, I've done well. My IELTS scores are good. I've paid my fees upfront, and I didn't pay much attention to my SOP and the other things that I have to actually justify that I'm a person coming to Canada to, actually study and get back or something.
Yeah,
So I think I played a very, my confidence actually kind of ruined it.
yeah.
But something kept telling me,
You
why
deserve
shouldn't
it.
I even
Yeah.
try and get
Yeah.
thing? I don't know why that country was actually rejecting me. I'm not going to know how. So why am I actually getting rejected? So that was kind of thing that was going inside me.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
glad I got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and the sixth application also, so the seventh last one, we didn't
Mhm.
change much in the SOP. Overall, the
Yes.
application was same only. It's just that we added one paragraph because we believe that, you definitely deserve it overall, given the proposal that we have submitted. So finally it happened. So anyways, many congratulations to you, ma'am. I understand it's been a long journey. 4 times you took the medical, that's then your discovery.
Yes.
This student may have done it. So many, many
Yeah.
congratulations eventually to you, to your family, ma'am.
Yeah.
Any piece of advice would you like to give to the other applicants who may be preparing, let's say, in overconfidence, or maybe they're not doing enough research? So anything your learnings, if you would like to point out a little of them, would be great as a closing remark.
Yeah, I think my learnings would be to do the research first. I did a lot of research while applying for my colleges by myself, but I did not pay much attention to the visa because I did not think the visa actually mattered much. Because in US it's a very simpler process, right? You just have to show them and it gets approved and all that. So I didn't think it played a much bigger role as a thing.
Yeah,
Even when you go to other countries, the visa is just like a gate of entry, right? We don't have to justify much. But in Canada, I think that process is pretty much very a long process, and you have to show a lot of documents. So I think yes, in the first shot, I think without overconfidence, I think even if you think you are an eligible candidate, you have to showcase that well, through your writings or through, and take some good guidance of people who could guide you correctly, and never ever deny your intuition. If you get such a doubt on your application, I think the other person will also be doubtful of your application.
right.
Yeah, so that is something that you have to do, and the research I think is the main thing.
Yeah,
And yeah, obviously all your good vibes and your hope, and for all the support that you gave me, I think, yeah, I think I didn't follow up much with you
yeah,
because
yeah.
it was my last try and all that. But thank you for putting all your effort to actually get me this study permit for me to go there.
Most welcome. You deserved it. Yeah, you had a good profile, so it was definitely eligible profile, and eventually it happened. So many congratulations again. All the very best for the
Thank
next
you, sir. Thank you.
in your life in Canada. And in case of any more questions also going forward, feel free to connect. And I just want
Yeah.
to say thank you. As you mentioned, professionally, you definitely gave us time and the area or space to give our 200%, and we definitely were able to sort of focus and give our 100% going back and forth. And thanks to God, and God's been kind, so it happened eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. All the very best for your further step in Canada, for life in Canada. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We'll definitely keep in touch. Keep doing all the good work. I hope, many candidates get all. I've seen a lot of success stories of yours on YouTube. I think that is how I came across your consultancy through, because I was very demotivated, and all your knowledge sharing sessions of what you should do if you get this refusal thing is like, I think you guys have a very wide knowledge of what has to be done in this case or that case, and all the extra documents that you could actually provide to support it. I think we also gave the CE document too. I think
Yeah,
the financial certificate document to support the initial finance lesser
establishment.
comment or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, that
yeah.
one. So I think, yeah, that's great from your end to actually give me and highlight all that beautifully in the written SOP, so that, every document actually talks back. Even if I attach and if I don't mention in the SOP, I think everything was actually covered in the SOP where it talks back to the documents that I've submitted. Yeah, so
I
I
think.
think that's very wonderfully done.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, that's the only difference, in Canada and the US. In US, you
Mhm.
definitely can explain yourself, and
Correct.
the documents talk. So, yeah, that was it. So, all right, thank you very much for taking time. Lovely talking to you
Yeah.
and working with you, and all the very
Mhm.
best. And I wish you great luck for the. Take care.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Nice talking to you too.
Pleasure, pleasure.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Take care. Bye.